wisdom and all the ways of mine. You were there before the world began. Above all kingdoms, above all thrones, above all wonders the world has ever known. Oh yeah, above all wealth and treasures of the earth, there's no way to measure your crucified, laid behind the stone. You lived to die, rejected and alone, like a rose trampled on the ground. You took the wound and thought of me above all kings, above all wisdom, nature and all created. Oh, above all wisdom, you were there before this world began. Above all kingdoms, above all thrones. Oh yes, Jesus, wonders the world has ever known. Above all wealth and the treasures of the earth. You are there before the world began. Crucified, laid behind the stone, for you lived to die, rejected and alone, like a rose Let every tribe and every tongue
come to the Son who's born. Those who call on Him, He has promised to save. Come, let us praise. Lift up your eyes to the Lord. Come, let us praise. Lift up your eyes to the Lord. Lift up your
Lift up your eyes,
lift up your
lift up
voice,
your voice,
lift up your heart. For in this African rejoice, lift up your
lift up your eyes,
lift up your
lift up your
voice,
voice.
lift up your heart. For in this African rejoice, lift up your eyes, lift up your voice, lift up your heart. For in this African rejoice, lift up your eyes, lift up your voice, lift up your heart. For in this African rejoice, lift up your eyes, lift up your voice, lift up your heart. For in this African rejoice, lift up your eyes, lift up your voice, lift up your heart. For in this African rejoice.
Lift up your eyes, lift up your voice, lift up your eyes, lift up your voice. My name is Beatrice. I'm 10 years old. When I grow up, I hope to be a musician. Be blessed. My name is Mark. I'm 9 years old. When I grow up, I hope to be an accountant. Be blessed. My name is Wilson. I'm 10 years old. When I grow up, I hope to be a lawyer. Be blessed. My name is Kenneth. I'm 10 years old. When I grow up, I hope to be a midwife. Be blessed. My name is Patricia. I'm 10 years old. When I grow up, I hope to be a nurse. Be blessed.
My name is John. I'm 11 years old. When I grow up, I hope to be a policeman. Be blessed.
My name is Tracy. I'm 12 years old. When I grow up, I hope to be a teacher. Be blessed. My name is Kenneth. I'm 12 years old. When I grow up, I hope to be an engineer. Be blessed. My name is Bernard. I'm 11 years old. When I grow up, I hope to be a doctor. Be blessed. My name is Shanice. I'm 11 years old. When I grow up, I hope to be a doctor. Be blessed.
Greetings from Uganda, the pearl of Africa. Bambelela, 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 Bambelela,
opportunity to worship with all of you, to share the joy of Jesus together, and to share about our ministry, Child Care Worldwide. My name is Michelle. I'm the tour leader with the Ugandan Kids Choir. And while the kids take just a short break, I'd like to use this time to tell you a little bit more about the Ugandan Kids Choir and about Child Care Worldwide. So the Ugandan Kids Choir is a ministry of Child Care Worldwide, and that is a Christian organization that is dedicated to serving poor and needy children all around the world, providing them with help for today, hope for tomorrow, and faith for eternity through child sponsorship. The Ugandan Kids Choir is made up of 10 kids. There are 5 boys and 5 girls in our choir. The youngest is now 9 years old, and the oldest is 12. And together, we are on an 11-month journey that is taking us all around the United States as we travel to many different churches to worship together and to raise awareness of children living in poverty in the developing world, and to raise up more sponsors of children. For our group, this journey began last year in May, so we are very close to reaching that 11-month mark. In May, one other adult from the United States and myself, we met these 10 kids and their 2 Ugandan adults at the airport in Portland, Oregon. And we have traveled all across the northern part of the United States up until we reached Wisconsin, and from there we journeyed a little west into Iowa, and then we began to go south. And we've already been in Texas once. We went through all those southern states, well, from Iowa down south. We reached Texas, and then we began to do a loop a little bit through the south. So now we're back for our second round in Texas, and very soon we'll be moving on to Oklahoma. And it is from Oklahoma City that these kids and their Ugandan chaperones will again be flying home to Uganda in just a little over a month. So this really has been quite a journey, and it really is it's special memories for all of us, and we truly enjoy the opportunity to be at as many churches to have this time to worship together. Each one of the children that you see here this evening is already a sponsored child through Child Care Worldwide. And each one of them has hopes and aspirations of what they want to be when they grow up. As they introduced themselves, we learned about some of those dreams. We learned that some want to be doctors, others nurse, lawyer, accountant, engineer, midwife, teacher, musician, and that list could continue. And child sponsorship is helping to provide these kids with that hope for their future. As much joy as these kids have, and as bright as their future is becoming, each one of them has come from a very poor and a very challenging background. A lifestyle that's very different than how we live here in the United States, and one that can often be hard for many of us to really fully understand. So this evening, we just have a short video that we would like to share with you, and this video helps us to gain a better perspective of the real-life poverty that many children are facing on a daily basis, and the real-life poverty that can be destroying their hope for a future. So if you turn your eyes to the screen, we can watch this video together.
Childcare takes care of orphans and vulnerable children, and these are some of the children that have parents, but the parents don't have jobs and they are not able to take care of their children.
yange nze National Sheila. Gano ge maka gange. Tubeerawo abantu 5. Nze n'omwami wange n'abaana 2 ne baganda b'omwami wange 2. Tuli balimi naye tufune ssente ntono, tetusobola kufuna ssente zino ezaawuffe bulamu bwaffe n'abaana. Taamu egenda okuggwako nga tetufunye ssente zigatwala ku ssomero.
For the children that have not got a chance to be sponsored, they live a miserable life. Life of poverty. They are by the streets, starving. They don't have food to eat. And they don't have access to clean water. Boys become troublemakers in the village and the community, and they end up getting sicknesses that leads to death and poverty.
This video just gives us a small glimpse into the background and the lifestyle that our kids are coming from. However, for the 10 children that are part of the choir, that is becoming part of the past because they are now sponsored. And through sponsorship, they have found the hope and the joy and the love of Jesus, which they are eager and excited to be here tonight sharing with all of you. We will talk a little bit more about child sponsorship later on in the program, but we're getting ready to experience an energetic and exciting second half of performance as these kids prepare to come back up on stage and share with you some traditional Ugandan song and dance and drumming. For these kids, it really is a time of worship and it's a time of praise as they're going to be using the strength and the energy and the talents that God has given them to bring glory to His name. So we truly invite you to be blessed by this time. As I look out, there might just be some of you, kids especially, who might have a chance to be up on stage and dance with these kids. So if they come out to the audience and they pick you, come up on stage and dance with them, okay? Don't be afraid. And really, truly, be blessed by this time of worship. If you clap your hands together, you can welcome our group back on stage.
are so happy to be here. It is such a privilege and an honor to minister to your hearts. Hope you're blessed. And my name is Karen. I'm the music director of the Ugandan Kids Choir. I'm here to explain the meaning of the dance the kids have been dancing. It's an Eastern dance in the eastern part of Uganda. It's called Runyege Togoro, and it's originally just a brief background about this dance. People from that side used to have it. Men used to just sit and then watch women dance. So the men had to use a lot of energy, put a lot of smiles, as in like energy, so that they impress a man seated there for marriage. Anyone could pick them for marriage. So that's how they used to pick their women for marriage. But when they got to know Christ, they don't have it when they are picking women to marriage. They have it when they are glorifying God, when they are praising God, when they are thanking God. That's why you've seen the kids have been happy, because the joy of the Lord is their strength. They wanted to share the joy with you by picking some of you to come and dance with them. Thank you for dancing. Thank you for not refusing. May God bless you. And the next dance they're going to have is called Maganda dance, from the central part of Uganda in Uganda Kingdom. And it's a rare dance, and we normally have it when we're welcoming a king, like in a specific kingdom. And when we are dancing it, when the kids are having it, they're dancing it for the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Nissi. So be blessed as you also enjoy this another dance. Thank you.
enthusiasm. Don't these kids have an incredible energy? It is amazing to see the future and the hope that God is bringing into the lives of each of these kids. However, we know that not all children have that hope. And it doesn't have to be that way, not when we can help to offer them a future and share with them the love of Jesus. Earlier, we saw a video of what the life of poverty can look like, and now we have a second video that we would like to share with you. And this video depicts the positive side of child sponsorship and the change that sponsorship is bringing into the lives of children and their families. So as we watch this video, we'll get to see and hear real-life stories and testimonies of former sponsored children, of current sponsored children, and of former Ugandan Kids Choir members as they talk about how their lives have been changed and impacted by the child sponsorship program. So again, I invite you to turn your eyes to the screen and we can watch this video together.
When a child gets a chance of being sponsored, they go to school, they get to know how to read and write.
They are well trained, they have education, and they are happy.
Because of the sponsorship that they have got, it changes their lives, and very many of them that have finished the university and they have changed lives. They are teachers now, they are working with banks. Others have gone back to the community and they help.
My name is Tukala Sylvia Rona Nganwa. I am a former sponsored child with Child Care Worldwide. Child sponsorship changes lives, and I can really stand in to testify that it changed my life totally. Because of the skills that I attained through the education, I do teach the children. I'm giving back to the organization through my services, and I believe that I can also make a difference in someone's life.
You really see a difference between the children that have got the sponsorship and the fellow age mates that have been left behind.
My name is Daniel Vida. I'm 12 years old. I'm in primary 5. My school is called Letter Victoria Education Center. Last year I got an opportunity to travel with the Uganda Kids Choir. We raised many sponsors. I'm now in school, and my brother is in school, and childcare is taking care of us.
My name is Daniel Omiru. I was sponsored from primary 1, now I am in primary 5. If I grow up, I want to be a pilot.
My name is Semtenga Simon. I want to become a doctor in future so that I can help to treat sick people in my district and in the whole of Uganda.
Sponsoring a child provides help for today, hope for tomorrow, and eternity.
If you choose to sponsor a child, their lives will be totally changed. Even their families will be changed along with the change that the children bring.
So for a person who is providing sponsorship, you are saving this child from this ugly background. You are providing hope to this child who is dying of starvation. You are providing a healthy lifestyle to this child who has been desperate.
sponsorship really is changing the lives of children and their families living in extreme poverty. And these kids here are a true testament to that. And they are beyond excited to be here, sharing God's love, and serving as ambassadors for the many other children who still wait for that same opportunity of sponsorship. Currently, there are over 6,000 children who are sponsored through Child Care Worldwide in 7 different countries around the world, and there are thousands of more kids who are still waiting for someone to help them. As we talk about child sponsorship, there are some questions that arise, one of them being, what is the cost to be a sponsor of a child? It costs $40 a month, and with that $40, a child is provided with the opportunity to receive an education. And sponsorship will remain with the child all the way through trade school or college classes so that they can learn the skills to become employable and earn a living as they grow older. Sponsorship also makes sure that the child has adequate food, access to clean, safe water, and medical care. And lastly, the sponsorship program is filled with the gospel. And through life centers, children are taught ongoing Bible lessons, and they receive Christian character building training, which develops them into future leaders and fills them with the love of Jesus. So before you leave this evening, we do invite you all to consider, prayerfully consider becoming a sponsor of a child. We have a table that is set up just outside of the sanctuary, and on that table there are photos of a variety of children, all of whom are waiting to receive a sponsor. As the service concludes this evening, our kids will be outside near that table, and they would love for you to stop by and greet them. And if God has placed on your heart the desire and the opportunity to be able to sponsor a child, we'd love to talk to you more about how you could do that this evening. Our kids right now are going to be getting ready to sing a final song for all of you. And as they sing that song, we have the opportunity to receive a love offering. The love offering is a separate giving than child sponsorship. And if you received a brochure as you entered this evening, there's an envelope inside that brochure that's dedicated to the love offering. We ask that if you write a check, that you make it payable to Child Care Worldwide. You can also give via cash, or there's a small piece of paper connected with that envelope if you would want to provide debit or credit card information. We thank you all so much for joining us in this time of worship. Thank you for inviting our group here and making some very last-minute preparations and arrangements. There have been many that have been stopping by food and just being around to even visit for a little while. So we truly are grateful and blessed to have had the opportunity of being here and just to interact and worship with all of you this evening. I'm going to invite up Pastor Aaron. He'll say a few words and receive the love offering, and may God bless you all tonight and throughout this week.
Amen. I know one thing, when they were up here, I was thinking to myself, man, I wish I had that much energy, because they just wore me out. Amen. But anyway, they were a blessing to me. How about y'all? Amen. We are going to receive a love offering tonight, and if you don't have a check and don't have a check to put in here, if you just have cash with you, if you would just put it, you can go ahead and use the envelope or a tithing envelope, put it in the offering plate as it comes by, and we might get checked out from the church, okay? Because I don't want to have to deal with cash, okay? But she already told the details on all that, so if you want to talk to them afterwards, you can out there, okay? So I'm going to ask our ushers to come. I did ask Luke to come as one of the ushers tonight, all right, because Luke's come up here yesterday.